Hello everybody, welcome to another motorcycle video. This one I am in Reatta Rd, which is where my house is, and I'm on my way up to Lake Trevallyn. Now let me explain what happened here. On Wednesday the 6th of April I ran this route from my house to the lake and back down again, a distance of about 6 and a bit kilometres. I hope you can see as you're going up the hill here how steep the hill is. And what happened was, being the wonderful camera person that I am, I had the camera strapped to my chest and I pressed all the right buttons, or at least I thought I did. And what I managed to do was record 30 seconds of me running past my neighbour's house on the way up and 30 seconds of me running past my neighbour's house on the way down, and nothing in between. So the next day, Thursday, I went for a ride down to Riverbend Park and then a run. And on the way back I thought, well, rather than have to run this course again, I'll ride up here on my motorcycle and I'll film it and I'll explain what happened. Now this is the second of two videos. The first one was one I previously posted from Riverbend Park to Trevallyn, and that was using a camera attached to the windscreen. This is using a different camera which is attached to the wing mirror on my motorcycle. It's also a GoPro camera, but it gives a much better quality picture, and because it's on the side of the bike on the wing mirror rather than on the windscreen, you get a slightly different view of things. I'm just passing through or entering the Trevallyn Nature Recreation area. This is still Reatta Rd, and you can see here it's at sort of open woodland, I guess is the best way to describe this. There is a walking track on the left-hand side behind the trees there, and lots of mountain bike tracks in this area. I don't usually run on the tracks, I run on the road to the lake. It's because the tracks are very uneven and I was at risk of rolling an ankle or something. I didn't want to do that. So I ran on the road, obviously. Just coming up now, I think, to the archery course range that's up here. There's a group called Paringa Archery, and they have come and try practice sessions on Saturdays. And just about to take the turn off down to Trevallyn Lake. You can see the sign here on the left hand side there, the blue sign indicating other places around here. I'm not sure what this road is called. Reatta Rd continues beyond here down to Trevallyn Dam, and a little bit further on from this turn off on the other side of the road is a turn off to the equestrian area and Hoo Hoo Hut, which is a picnic area. So I'm going down Trevallyn, going down the road here towards Lake Trevallyn, or Trevallyn Lake. You come at the right time of the day. This is probably getting on for 8:30 in the morning, so it's probably the wrong time of day. But if you come a little bit earlier, just as the twilight before the sun comes up, you'll often see native wildlife, wallabies, larger kangaroos, echidnas and so on out here looking for foraging for food and so on. By now they've found their food and they've gone back into the scrub for their own safety. The motorcycle I'm riding is a Suzuki Bergman 650 AN executive scooter. Maybe you can see the profile there, and maybe you can see just in the shadow on the left hand side there the camera that sits on the mirror. You can't see the one sitting on the windscreen, unfortunately, or you can't see the shadow of it. Trevallyn Lake, which is down the bottom of this hill, on the right hand side here you can see some blues. You can just see the water coming through the trees there. There's a parking area off to the right here for a place called Aquatic Point, which is like a beach at the lake, and it's a very popular swimming hole in summertime. The water's quite clear, it can be cold but refreshing. Trevallyn Lake was formed by damming of the South Esk River with Trevallyn Dam, which is part of the Tasmanian Hydro Scheme. And as a consequence, of course, this lake was formed. And it's a popular place for all sorts of water activities during summertime. There's a boat ramp just down to the left here and a jetty. And in the 2016 floods, the water was way up over that jetty, in fact up to about where I am right now. So lots of the road was covered. The floods were quite, the volume of water is quite a lot. The Trevallyn Dam doesn't have floodgates. It's just a wall, and the water spills over the wall, and then it flows down again through the South Esk, through Cataract Gorge into what's called the First Basin, which is a giant swimming hole, and then beyond there into the river, and then under the King's Bridge into Launceston itself. So made the turn around the lake and back up the hill here now. The camera I'm using here is a GoPro, I think it's called a GoPro White. It shoots in a higher definition than the other one I use. It's just called a GoPro Hero. Because it does that, it creates bigger files, of course, and so it has a 16 gig SD card and about 1 hour of life in the battery. The other camera also has a 16 gig card, but the resolution is not quite as high, so it can shoot more video, but also it has a longer battery life of approximately 2 hours. Just on the right hand side after the entrance here is the works depot for the Department of Parks and Wildlife, and going left and going back towards my home in, this is Reatta Rd again, but if I'd have gone left, I've gone left and gone back up the hill towards my home in Reatta Rd. There's a bit of a rise here to run up. And you're just about on top of it now, and so we have a flat section before doing the downhill section back towards my house. In the Trevallyn Nature Recreation Area is like a national park, but not a national park, but all the rules and things that apply in national parks apply. But within it there are lots of mountain bike tracks and walking tracks. There is a very strong Launceston, I should say, Launceston, I was only talking about that in an earlier video, Launceston mountain biking club, which works with the local council and the Department of Parks and Wildlife to maintain those tracks, and they are very popular with mountain bikers. And as I say, there are people who are trail runners who run on them all the time. I often walk them, but I'm not that keen on running them. Coming back into the residential area of Trevallyn, on the right and left hand side here are more walking tracks through the bush and scrub. The one track that goes on either side there is called the electricity track because it follows the line of the electricity poles. So this video is about to come to an end as I'm coming up to my house. So I'll say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the trip to the lake, and I will talk to you again when I'm preparing another motorcycle video or running video. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to offer your comments and feedback.